I'm Marianne Binetti, and today I'm at my son's garden, not my own garden. Brand new house. We're going to be planting a hedge, and this hedge is going to be of the flowering dwarf mountain hydrangeas. We'll be telling you more about the very particular variety that we're planting. But first, you can see I've got a boxwood hedge behind me, and so that's going to be the evergreen color. And in front of the boxwood is going to be this summer blooming dwarf hydrangea hedge. Now, this is a location that is mostly shaded, but then in the afternoon you can get a blast of hot summer sun. So the mountain hydrangeas are the kind that are best in the situation. But here's some planting tips for a brand new landscape. I've dug a hole here, and the soil was so difficult to dig in. Had to use a crowbar because it's mostly clay. So what does that tell me? That tells me that after I dig a hole, in here you can see that I've got the hunks of clay that is kind of light in color, and then on top of it is the dark black mulch. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you in this hole over here. You can see I've got the light colored soil, that is the subsoil, compacted by builders, and then the dark soil, which is the mulch. It's actually called super dew. It's composted dairy manure that was put on top. What I need to do is mix the two, the dark and the light, when I backfill the hole for the hydrangea. Otherwise, it's stuck in this well of clay soil, but mixing it gives it the ability for the roots to actually spread out. So I'm going to show you, this is the light, this is the dark, and when we actually plant, I will backfill this with some of the dark, some of the light, mix it in. And then when it's thoroughly mixed, I add the plant, which I'll show you in this example. So here we have one of the hydrangeas, and now you can see that the soil here has been thoroughly mixed, the light with the dark. That will encourage the roots to spread out. Now this hydrangea, actually these were ordered online, so we had a little bit of a heat damage in the box. We've had a big heat wave here. Before I plant, I will simply go and cut off anything dead, diseased, or damaged. That's called the 3Ds, because pruning always stimulates growth, and I want to stimulate the growth of these. Now this flower is rather dry. I'm going to go ahead and clip the whole thing off. The leaves are brown. Clip them off. And it really looks like I've totally decimated the plant, but you can see how tough these new hydrangeas are. There's already new growth coming from the stems that were pruned. Now to get this out of the pot, lay it on its side, blow it a little bit, and it will slide right out. Here is a small plant tag. I can kind of bury that in here. I think I need to know the name of it later. Loosen the root ball with my fingers a little bit. And now I want to make sure I plant this at the same level that it was growing before. I can do that by use a small shovel when I'm down on my knees, going across like this. It's a little bit low. So I will add. Okay, that's the proper level. I'm going to do a little plant insurance. Sprinkle some of this Osmocote, slowly release plant food around the roots. And now I can backfill with the soil, so it's going to look. Let's go over here to the next plant. And you can see I'm going to backfill the soil mixture, the dark, and light. Now, let's look at the last one, because I made a well. What the well is where I formed a ridge, and the ridge creates this like a little basin or dish here, because newly planted trees and shrubs need to be watered the first summer, and this little basin makes it easy to water the plants, fill the basin, keep the water right here around the root zone, so this hydrangea gets off to a great start. Okay, I told you I'd tell you the name of these great hydrangeas, and I've got a great picture for you here. This is the invincible wee white hydrangea. And the invincible wee white hydrangea, like I said, it's a mountain hydrangea. It takes more sun and more cold. It's a much hardier hydrangea than the traditional big leaf hydrangea. And so this is a proven winner's hydrangea, so it's easy to find online or at your local nursery. And then inside, we've got all the planting instructions. And don't worry, this hedge looks a little bit bare now, but by spacing these 3 to 4 feet apart, in maybe 2 to 3 years, we'll have a solid, low-growing hedge that'll be definitely carefree for this new construction house. It's been Marianne Binetti, Easy Answers for Great Gardens.
If you enjoyed these gardening tips, subscribe to our channel so you can get updates on new videos and stay in the know about all things gardening. Click the red subscribe button below. See the description below for more information about how to connect with us on PlantersPlace.com, Facebook, and Instagram.